Martez here. It's Monday, April the 15th, 2013, and welcome to MARTEZ Presents COEDS. And I'm here with Shanna, Angela, and Brian. April the 15th. So today is tax day, right? Or do
Lord Jesus.
We have a grace. Don't we have 2 days of grace?
I've taken care of all my taxes, honey.
I do mine early, honey, but oh Lord, why you have to just dampen the mood with the tax thing?
It's dampened when you haven't handled your business.
Well, amen, sister. Well, I'm in a great mood then. All right.
None of us is like Wesley Snipes.
All right, so if this is your first time tuning in to COEDS, we give you entertainment news, the latest in entertainment news, lots of laughs and lots of opinions.
Yes.
So here's what we have for you on today's show. We're going to talk about Phaedra. Yeah, well, we're not going to talk about Phaedra, but Brian and Shanna has a few words for Real Housewife of Atlanta star Phaedra Parks. Also, McDonald's apologizes for an ad that mocks mental illness. We'll tell you about that. And is Beyonce suggesting we need to skip a meal? And last but not least, Tyrese insults overweight people. So
Tyrese, because I like him.
Who's Tyrese?
Don't play.
We'll get to that. So it's kind of like this show is like a lot about food and stuff and all that's, so.
Interesting.
Yeah, so let's get it kicked off with celebrity birthdays.
Okay.
So today, Emma Watson, remember the actress from the Harry Potter film?
Yeah.
Today is her birthday.
Okay, happy
Also,
birthday.
Flex Alexander.
I like him.
Yeah, married to Shanice.
And
I like your smile.
Shanice, too.
Yeah, I like your smile. Okay, and he starred in the show, I was talking about the song, One on One, but I do like your smile, Angela. I love you, yeah. Now tomorrow, Tuesday, April 16th, comedian Martin Lawrence is his birthday, and hip-hop artist Akon, and also Pope Benedict's birthday is on tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well,
The new Pope.
right.
No, that, he's the old Pope.
Oh.
The new one is Francis.
Yes, Pope Francis.
Yes.
And that tweeted.
Yeah, the
Yes.
one. tweet. So, we're not going to waste any time. So, Brian and Shanna, you all have words
I
for
find
Phaedra.
it really interesting that today's topics are more, surrounding food, because clearly Phaedra should be a part of this discussion because she has not stepped away from the plate. And I find that very interesting, seeing that you have shot a fitness video. Clearly, if we're talking about people hiring people who are unprofessional for King's video, you should have hired a professional trainer to help you lose 20 pounds before you shot your fitness video.
Wow. Okay, let's say this. For those of you who may not know, Shanna and Brian were in Kenya Moore's Gone with the Wind video, or the parody. They were the two in the choir robes in the church. And, Phaedra made a comment and she said you two were not real
We said,
actors.
that she could have at least hired professionals for the video, which I find hilarious because, honey, do your research. I'm SAG. Screen Actors Guild, honey.
Yes.
Check my credentials, boo.
Please.
Because my first film actually comes out in theaters this June, not to DVD. Which yours is on Amazon.
Let's start talking about. See, I wore my hat today. I wore my hat today in memory of Phaedra.
Oh, yes.
As we will not remember you after today.
And in memory of her waistline, which is no longer there.
That's what it is. Now, I wish that they had hats for love handles as you have them. And I feel like, we let you get away with one lie about you being pregnant, Phaedra, the first season that you were on, but now you're lying again because you said that you were pregnant, 3 months pregnant when you shot the video. Clearly you shot that video around September-ish, and if you had been 3 months pregnant then your baby would be born now and old enough to have a cell phone. Please stop lying.
Okay.
And if you were pregnant, Phaedra, then it would have to be pregnant in your thighs, because that's the only thing that's big enough that look like you would be pregnant.
And you know what? I will say this: we can't read Phaedra that hard because clearly she does give back to the community. She does. You know what? It takes a strong woman to find your husband in an escort service because that's the only job that Apollo could find after he got out of prison.
And that's really nice for her.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
And I think that's really nice of you, Apollo.
And
really.
how sweet of it for him to teach Aiden how to take a bath because he'll never drop the soap.
Okay, and on that note, we're moving
Everybody
on.
knows.
Everybody knows. So let's talk about McDonald's apologizing for an ad that mocks mental illness. There's an ad that was posted on the Boston Metro that McDonald's feel mocked mental illness. The ad reads, "You're not alone. Millions of people love the Big Mac." And on this photo, the woman is crying. If you see this, she's crying, and there's an 800 number to the McDonald's corporate office, okay? So, McDonald's Corporation released a statement. They said, "We can confirm that this ad was not approved by McDonald's, and as soon as we learned about it, we asked that it be taken down immediately. We have an approval process in place with our marketing and advertising agencies to ensure that all advertising content is consistent with our brand." So, I mean, what do we think about this?
I
mean,
personally
seriously,
think that is a beautiful picture of Phaedra because I feel like she can really connect with the theme of the advertisement.
Yeah.
But I honestly think it's hilarious. To be quite frank.
I don't see it as making fun of mental illness.
I don't see it either.
I mean, there's lots of illnesses where, the thing is, I see it as being an addict, more or less.
Yeah, like
as
loving the
opposed
Big Mac.
Yeah, like you love the Big Mac. Because people always feel like, oh, I'm the only one doing it. Like when you're an addict. So that's what I get from it.
And maybe I can feel the humor in it too because I love to eat. And when I went to Z's and found out they no longer sell red velvet cupcakes, I felt that
That's
way.
it. That's
You
it.
felt the pain.
I had a complete breakdown at that table
I
that day.
I don't know. McDonald's, I'm sorry
That's a
that
lie.
you feel that this was,
That's a lie.
disrespectful to mental ill patients because somebody in all their infinite wisdom thought so. But honey, I think it's kind of cute.
I thought it was
I thought it
hilarious.
was pretty
I
funny
think it is
too.
hilarious.
Yeah. So,
Oh, well.
is Beyonce suggesting we need to miss a
Let us
meal?
talk about that.
Yeah, so this little photo here of Beyonce holding a plate. Now, Brian says he thinks it's Photoshopped.
I sure hope the
Okay,
hell
so this picture is circulating on the internet, and it shows Beyonce smiling and holding an empty plate with the words "miss a meal." So there's been no clarification on the photo just yet. But why would Beyonce take this photo? I mean, what was the intent? Was it to poke fun at overweight people? Is Beyonce promoting an unhealthy eating lifestyle? Because we all know if you
That
want
is
to lose
Photoshopped.
weight.
That has to be
It's
Photoshopped.
Photoshop. I'm gonna tell you why it's Photoshop because I know things. I know that Beyonce, that's the same exact outfit from,
The Super Bowl.
and her nails weren't that color.
Right.
It better be Photoshopped.
And
Why?
but
Because
let's,
if it's not Photoshopped, I am extremely disappointed in you. Honey, let me tell you something, Beyonce. First of all, as Miss Shanna said, you are a role model for millions and millions of young ladies. And honey, for you to be sitting up there talking about you need to miss a meal, obviously, if you would say something that cruel, that means that you don't even understand the importance of nutrition. You should not miss a meal to lose weight. Secondly, this is what I really have a problem with. Because I'm a nice frame size
You are.
girl.
You better work.
I ain't no big girl,
You
but I ain't tiny either. I ain't snatched like Shanna, but I'm working on it. Let me tell you something, Beyonce. I pray that this is Photoshopped because, honey, it would hurt me to know that millions of girls are becoming anorexic or bulimic because of things like this. And you ain't but 2 French fries and a milkshake from being Angela Berry. Let me tell you.
wait a minute, Beyonce. Let me
She's
just
shapely now.
let me do this.
But she
Let
ain't
me
no
do this
skinny
control.
child.
Let me
She's big.
let me put in some damage control here for all the things. I know that she's a little upset, but let's be real here, Beyonce. We know that for you to have the body that you have, you clearly know what is nutrition,
Right.
and you don't miss meals. Clearly, this is a Photoshop, just like anything
I
else that
hope
people
so,
just put
Beyonce.
together.
I
mean,
hope
I
so.
understand. I know you, Beyonce, and I really know
I
that you
don't
would
know
never
you,
say anything like that
Beyonce.
because we know that Beyonce loves Popeyes.
And
She talks about her eating habits, actually.
And she has been the poster child of women who embraces
That's
their
right.
curves. She came out with a whole song called Bootylicious and Shake Your Jelly and all that other
She
She's a
did.
singer.
That's right.
She did.
Yeah.
I
She's a
agree. That's why
singer.
I really hope that this is Photoshopped.
Oh, yes, that's
and
what it is.
when she lost the 20 pounds for Dreamgirl, she actually said she couldn't wait to get it back on because she didn't like how she looked so frail.
And she thanked Popeyes for it. That's who helped her gain it back.
Amen.
But I
Popeyes
will,
has helped me gain plenty of pounds too. Thank you, Popeyes.
I'm
Beyonce.
actually sitting on a spicy wing right now. That's just how much I love
Beyonce, we know that people just do whatever they can to ruin you, but I will not let These people turn Angela against you. I work hard.
Yes.
Here for you, Beyonce, and I will not let
They
these
working
people.
for you, B.
They are working.
They're working for you,
really
B.
hard. Well, somebody else that's working hard and not in a good way is Tyrese. Now, Tyrese has insulted overweight
Now I'm
people.
trying to understand who that is.
Don't do
Stop.
that. Sweet lady Tyrese.
Transformers.
Yeah, you know who Tyrese
Jody.
is.
Yes.
Yeah, Jody.
Yeah, baby boy's over.
Baby boy.
Right.
That's over.
So singer Tyrese recently did an interview with allhiphop.com, and when he was asked how he motivates people to live healthier lives, he responded, and I quote, "When you take a shower and you put your fat, nasty body in the shower, and by the time you get out, the mirrors are all steamed up so you don't look at what you did to yourself. That may sound offensive and insensitive, but ultimately you are a big hell of a mess because you earned the SHIT. You worked your ass off to eat everything in sight to get big as hell."
Okay. I feel like Tyrese is angry, and I understand why you're angry, Tyrese. You haven't sold any music, and it's okay. We understand that Baby Boy was your last successful thing, and it's okay. And I'm sorry.
Transformers.
What was? I didn't see that.
How did you not see? Now, come on,
It's
Brian.
more than
that's
the
one
other.
I didn't
of the hugest.
Okay,
trilogy.
whatever. I'm sorry. I don't like that. He's a singer,
And he sings.
and he
well.
made a documentary.
Yeah.
It's sold right under Phaedra's at the Red Box.
Oh.
Okay, but let's
I'm
here's
really
the thing,
upset
because
with
we
that.
don't want to be bashers, because that's not what we're about on here. But what's wrong with what Tyrese said? How do we feel?
This is what I feel about
That's a
what
lot.
Tyrese says.
It is.
That's I agree. That's a lot, Tyrese, and you've really got to be a little more kind to
Tactful.
people if you want them. You know, people tend to close their ears when you're being mean and hurtful. So you really
That's so
need to
sweet
be
of
a
you,
little.
Angela.
They do.
This is what I think about it. I
Okay.
think that's sweet that Angela said that. I feel like this is just another ploy to go in and make myself relevant. There's no way that this man would sit there and say all this stuff. He wants us to be talking about this because we're not talking about him.
Well, at Tyrese and Genuine and Tank, they're actually coming here to New Orleans. They're coming to New
Genuine
Orleans.
is genuine, ain't it?
What I'm saying is, Dominique, I mean, we all understand that nobody's checking for that.
Yeah, they've sold a lot of tickets for them. That's what the shirt's off
But
to.
I mean, Tyrese used to sell out. You know that? You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And he remembers it too. So let's talk about fat people so much. This is too. There's no way that he would sit there
That's
and say
just
all
ugly.
that stuff. I mean,
That's ugly. That's
It is a
mean.
bit, yeah.
So you
that's
don't think he
cruel.
really
It's cruel.
meant it? You think it's just to
you
get
know,
attention?
I feel like people. He might mean it, but nobody with a sane publicist would allow
that.
them. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
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 Tyrese, please.
That's a lie.
And honestly,
That pissed me off.
we're definitely not bashers on this show, but I definitely believe in an eye for an eye, and
That's crazy. Man.
I really hate, and I'll tell you this, I really hate when people feel bad about themselves because
Yeah.
of the other images
That's
that
it.
everyone puts forward.
Right.
I do agree that being healthy is extremely important. This is why I've changed my eating habits for life, not just for a moment.
Right.
I've changed, I want to exercise because my goal is to be healthy.
Right.
But it really bothers me when you say things that will cause people to go as far as even taking their lives.
Right.
Right.
Because they
Yeah.
feel so bad about what you said when it concerns themselves.
Exactly.
That's
So
it's just
Tyrese,
Tyrese.
get it together. It's
Yeah,
just
man.
me.
That's
It's
that's not the way to get what you want, bro.
not at all.
No.
Kill that.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed this interesting edition of DeMartez Presents COEDS. Remember, every Monday, DeMartez.com, you can watch the show and you can hear Shanna, Angela, and Brian go in on entertainment, news, and more. So, enjoy your week. Remember, visit DeMartez.com for the latest in entertainment news. And we'll see you on next Monday for DeMartez Presents COEDS.